Wow. The little thumbnail to this performance is a face. Woo-wee. Let's make sure that this doesn't freeze. Let's see what we can do. This is part 2 of today's day after election Chappelle challenge. I was in my flow, doing a good job. Now I am in fear. Absolutely every part of my body is pulsing with fear because somebody direct messaged me on LinkedIn. This is a photographer who I approached. He posted on LinkedIn he was participating in free headshots. I immediately responded after that post and said, I know that this is difficult. I really need a free headshot, but I am stuck in my home. I've had multiple chemical sensitivity and mold toxicity for a decade, and I am just at the bottom of my financial capacities. And would you be able to offer me that free headshot at my home? He said yes. He came to my home. I helped him haul equipment in. I had a black eye. If I'd have known that he wasn't doing this for free in any way, shape, if I had any inkling that he had not agreed to come to my home for free and that we would either barter on LinkedIn or as in the future, I'd come back and figure out how to repay him to make sure he got the full money somehow. But I could not pay him US dollars in the summer of coronavirus. It's 100% clear to me. Every way I look at it, every way I can explain it to you. Then as he's walking out of my door, he says, and so you'll be paying soon. See, end of July, he wouldn't send an invoice until the end of July. This was beginning of July. I am sick. The amount of stress that him in my own home saying something different than what we had agreed on, that was a violation in my own home because I'm alone in the world. I have no one to help me process anything. When something like that goes wrong, there's nobody to back me up. There's nobody to just hold me. I mean, 50% me, 50% him. Like, no. But in America, not the sick person. The sick person isn't the one who gets taken care of. It's the one who's owed the money. People are getting as sick as we are because of what all the people wanting money from us. That's what keeps chronic disease in place. The cost of being sick to begin with. Managed care, but also in lost time earning a living because we've built a society, US of hypocrisy, where everyone has to work every single bloody day. We have to hustle way past exhaustion for the basics. Now, I'm on YouTube Live. I'm going to send him this link. It'll all be date time stamped. Please understand, Mr. Photographer in the greater Seattle area. I'm aware. You agreed to come here for free. That you've forgotten that has nearly cost me my life. It's one of a few things, but it is an important thing because I care more about you than these corporations, but I've tried communicating. I've left you voicemails. I've not heard back from you. You keep acting as though you're not hearing me, and this constant demand for money when I have explained this, it takes me so long to write these days. I really can't. I record these voicemails and send them because this is my craft and I was trying to use this to make a living and not waste my time on the admin of coming. I just don't have the capacity to use my brain even a fraction of what most people do, and in the ways that I used to know I could do. And I'm not delusional and cracking up. And when I'm safe and secure, the dysfunction is healing. Nobody is helping me. When I ask for help, I get advice that is not contextualized. Everything that appears to be wrong with my brain and my body is because of financial stress. And because I do not have any human companionship. And nobody's yet given me that touch to do that healing of that childhood neglect. This is why there's so much chronic disease. This is why people have their heart attacks in their 50s. Human life force is the most precious energy imaginable. And that's the state that I should be in my mind, is figuring out these creative ways to do these discussions, to somehow someday get somebody to book me on their podcast and say these marvelous things about consciousness and human energy and how we work, and practical things that change the dynamics of the elite, decimating the freedom of the masses. So please understand, I have every intention of paying what I owe. But the absolute overhead of even administering this situation takes me away from the work. I had more help. If somebody would, is again, this myth that people will find you on the internet, or that you are somehow in control of that. The mental health and the physical health is just plummeting at the point when here arrives the virus, forcing us to evolve a lot quicker than we would have, locked in those big behemoth systems and structures of massive technology and monies that experts can't even really comprehend. They can tell you all of these words they've memorized that they all agree on, but they don't quite get what it is that they're saying. They don't spend much time doing a good job of making it all incredible. Now, I'm sorry, but the prior recording on the Zoom just finished converting, and I want to CC this on what I don't even know what we were talking about. What's back there? I think it's overthrow math. And this is such a good one. I could typically just leave it, but I don't want to even have a chance that it just is one of the many hundreds of Zoom MP4s. Because we're continuing on this. I'm going to wrap this one up.